It's that time of year again, folks. Steam Next Fest brings tons of incredible demos for us to try. So many, in fact, it can feel pretty difficult to know which ones are worth our time, and it can feel a little overwhelming to know where to start. So we've compiled a, admittedly not short, list of some great looking games you cannot afford to miss. Catching the skin stapler in Carrion City, this place looks like even the rats won't hang around here for too long. In this rotting city, detective duo Dick Slater and Robbie Knox must track down the mysterious serial killer, the Skin Stapler. In this slasher nightmare horror game, investigate the city and bathe yourself in its neon-lit, grungy atmosphere in this story-driven experience, but don't get too comfortable as you stalk the killer. You'll also take control of the victims mere moments before their bloody demise, adding a sense of spiraling madness to your investigation. It's time to brush off the dust from some old case files as you embark on a new detective mystery in Green Mist over Portland, a standalone sequel to the Red Pearls of Borneo. Take control of two kick-ass ladies in this deduction puzzle game, travelling across different parts of the world to investigate not only the disappearance of your detective pal Arthur Birdwhistle, but the death of the president that happened not too long after. You'll combine the supernatural in Delphine's clairvoyance, watching past events unfold, and the nitty-gritty interrogation with Cynthia to uncover what's going on deep down in the MI6 secret archives. Spin, score high, or die. It's as simple as that in Please Spin, or it would be if it was just left entirely up to chance, where you go into each round with a score to hit set by a lunatic game show host. Manipulate it to your benefit using modifiers for your wheel, and buy items that change your luck. You'll need everything you can get as those scores creep higher and higher. But no run is ever the same as you fall victim to randomised side events and choices that can make or break your run. So, are you ready for another spin? Get your bones out for the lads, because a bunch of ghoulies are coming for you. It's old school ARPG fun now with 3D roguelike dungeon crawler Bonehold, a horde-killing hack and slash that looks to be a lot of fun. The full game is set to launch on July 28th, but if you fancy venturing into the ancient fortresses early, then luckily this bite-sized demo lets you experience the stylised fights this next fest. Procedurally generated dungeon fun with 7 different classes and plenty of strategic exploration is on the cards in this absolute bonefest. Now, I don't want to question a game's title, but the word poly tends to imply more than one. Polyglot, polyamory, polygamist. But this new roguelike fighting game, Polyfighter, is entirely single player. The 2.5D arcade fighter has you battling against colourful foes, and with every opponent you beat, you'll learn new moves that you can use to build your fighter's specialist style. There's no stress to be the best amongst your friends or the wider world, just plenty of fun 1v1 combat that you can spend lots of time mastering, rising through 3 leagues and becoming the best fighter in the whole Poly universe. Make peace with the chaos of changing diapers, not getting a wink of sleep, and 500 cups of coffee in this lovingly hand-drawn point-and-click puzzle game, which captures the tender love of early parenthood. Escape the Baby Alarm uses escape room-style puzzles and crafts it into a comic strip of moments of quiet madness, where players will dive in to stop sunscreen from going on your toothbrush and finding where that shoe went missing. Puzzles will not just feel satisfying to solve, but emotionally and physically rewarding to conquer. As you navigate through this tumultuous time, to understand what you are doing is simply enough. There is quite literally a storm of swords in this next demo, with an entire arsenal of spellbound blades for you to collect and wield across roguelite ARPG Swordcery. As someone who is not allowed to wield big knives, out of fear of losing the tip of a finger or two, I find the prospect of magical massive swords very exciting. And in this demo, we get to see what some of these swords, all with their own abilities, can do. You'll need to fight the corruption, unleash your full potential, and save the kingdom of Armorial when the full release drops, but for now you can get an irony taste of what is to offer in Swordcery. Feel like you've stepped back into your childhood of playing classic pixel JRPGs in this passion project that has spanned a decade. One Fenix Down promises hours upon hours of turn-based battle goodness as you embark on a journey of the hero, fighting against the beasts that threaten your kingdom. With more playable characters than I have fingers, there is endless strategy to be had here in an adventure that will have you cross giant mountains, sprawling plains, and dangerous lava caverns. It's sequel time now as we take a look-see at HellSlave II, Judgment of the Archon, the dungeon-crawling RPG that follows on from 2022's well-received first instalment. I know that impatience isn't one of the deadly sins, but maybe it should be, as HellSlave II sees Heaven getting real bored of waiting for the demonic war to end and just sending down the Archon of Judgment to annihilate everything in sight. Thanks guys, real considerate. So it's up to us to destroy all the demons and save the world from becoming a big old pile of nothing. Jesus. There is a gaping, scary, ominous-looking hole in the floor, and it doesn't want your soul for once. It just wants a lot, and I mean a lot, of rubber duckies. With crunchy sound design and a low poly aesthetic, you will get lost in the endless trawl of crafting machinery and making physics-based systems all to produce and funnel in more ducks. You'll steadily evolve from a lowly intern to a pit expert, and become more efficient in your work with better items, as the all-consuming more will never be satisfied. It has been said, by me, that parrying is my least favourite mechanic, so this next one is most certainly not going to be one that I get on with. That being said, the Showdown, a high difficulty parry action game, may just be the dick-rippingly frustrating experience you've been waiting for. Every battle is a boss fight, and you'll need to build up mana by blocking your opponent's attacks in order to utilise any of your cards and send your anime girl foe packing. Brush up on your timing skills in this demo so you don't get your booty stomped in the full release. In a town where every day feels like Halloween, this farming sim subverts its usual coziness and tranquility with cosmic horrors, ghosts and skeletons that are actually your neighbours, friends and potential lovers. But all of this is your daily norm, so I guess you can still call this cozy. Welcome to Elderfield is a spooky farming RPG that has all the makings of Stardew, just the minor difference that someone may come and kill you in your sleep. Farm, mine and fish, but also solve mysteries and beseech the old gods in this bewitching gothic dream. Watch out for this one folks, as Wilderings The Lost Spring comes from the team behind that really sad game about foxes and extinction, and it looks like this one will be just as heartbreaking. The land has been plagued by toxic monsters who have destroyed the world below, entrapping your siblings that you must now try to save. The game mixes roguelike elements that see you trying and failing at different runs, with creature collecting, so you have little buddies to help you in the fights ahead. Each run sees you planning out what buffs to use, what companions to choose, and more, so you'll want to be diving in again and again to restore peace into a world that is slowly dying. In this deduction, Ace Attorney-style mystery game, players will investigate the supernatural and pave their way to the core of mana, the source of the otherworldly power. Decipher clues in swathes of documents from maps to newspaper articles, and use deductions from conversations with townsfolk all to piece together the mystery in Starfa Retro: A Supernatural Mystery Quest. If you're looking for something a bit more colourful and cartoony, then perhaps Zozo and the Lost Dreams may be perfect for you. This 2D Metroidvania platformer looks like it's been pulled right off of Cartoon Network, and stars a 13-year-old with big dreams of becoming a superhero. And with the help of his mad scientist neighbour, he's able to live out his fantasy in his own dreams. And I don't mean to judge, being a parent is hard, but maybe we shouldn't let our children go wandering off to the mad neighbour's house all willy-nilly. But it has resulted in a cute and quirky platformer, so perhaps we should let our kids do that more. Who's to say? Fight your way across multiple video game worlds in this unique deck builder 5 More Minutes, a game all about growing up with video games and begging your mother to let you play just one more round. Pick from 3 unique gaming genres to start, and then combine them with a whole bunch of other ones to become a truly unstoppable force. And with every run you get just that little bit more powerful. Traverse familiar worlds, take down enemies, and play for just 5 more minutes in the demo today. Tons of places nowadays hire support pets for you to hug and squeeze when you're having a hard day. A full-time job, if you will. But what if I told you this cat may very well save the world from a robot takeover? In Cat Secretary, our feline companion is actually a full-time employee, making coffee and filing papers by day, and investigating the evil corporation's plans to replace its humans with AI by night. But a cat's gotta play hard as much as work hard, right? Play a range of mini-games and even give this office a much-needed makeover in between your ploy to rescue your co-workers. Restore your own little patch of paradise in Garden and a Goat, a single-player environment recovery game where you take control of the cutest robot that you have ever seen. Their mission is to revive various gardens, from grassy plains to snowy tundras. Each garden will be a wasteland with its own ecosystem to revitalise. This will mean replanting local flora, decorating to your heart's content, and creating a home for animals to return to. Or you can just entice them with lots of yummy treats. Explore a grandiose city, with towers that touch the sky, and bathed in an ethereal light that has begun to fracture, unless you can stop it before the entire city is destroyed. Travel between the past and present to restore it to what it once was in DESOLUS, a first-person puzzle game where you must utilise ancient technology to pass between crumbling floors and decimated architecture in order to piece together what has been lost. Just make sure you do it before time and space itself crumbles down on you. Are you ready? I'm about to hit you with a bunch of cool buzzwords. Co-op, survivors-like, bullet heaven. Are you excited? Because if you are, then SLAMPUNKS might just be the one demo you try out this next fest. All our heroes are suitably unhinged, and together with up to 2 pals you can attempt to take down huge waves of colourful enemies, whose sole purpose it is to take your ass down. You can stack some pretty crazy combos with your bestest pals, and even use them as a weapon if the swarm calls for it. You've just booted up an old laptop you found and have been transported back to the life of a teenage girl in 2004. This is Lily's World XD, covered in pastels, cringy videos, messages between friends, and a personal blog. We've all been there, which makes this all the more intrusive and a little bit unsettling as we peel back the layers of this girl's life. But you're not the only one who is somewhere they shouldn't be. In this fourth wall breaking narrative experience, you'll uncover what happened to Lily through lost pictures and message forums before you suffer the same fate, because whoever is watching you sure as hell doesn't want you finding out. It's 3 AM and everyone is asleep, except for you. Every night you wake up to the same loop, and leave your bed to twirl, whatever that means. T.W.I.R.L is a psychological horror game that is shrouded in obscurity. With not a lot to gain from the Steam page and some very haunting visuals from the trailer, it seems this takes place in the past, as a woman asks for forgiveness of her sins from when she was 9 years old, leaving her bed to do things she knows she isn't supposed to be doing. She's haunted by her actions and doesn't know whether it will mean her descent into hell. Here's a weird one. In this horror game, you play as a sentient guitar who has come to life in a truly horrifying music school that is full of spooky creatures and things that are on a mission to kill you. Don't Fret, get it because guitars have fret, is a quirky psychological horror game that has you solving musical puzzles, hiding from spooky beasts, and getting to the bottom of what the heck is going on. With an October 1st release date, this one looks amazing. So check out this demo today and see if you've got what it takes to play first chair in the school band. Let your balls, I mean marbles, run wild in Cozy Marbles, where you can engineer the marble run of your dreams. Don't worry about getting it all right, Just piece together slides, ramps and more, and watch your marbles fly around the course. Use a range of themed pieces that will add a bit of flair and pizzazz to the chaos, like portals in a space station or bouncing mushrooms in a fairy tale castle. It's all for you to customise with cozy lo-fi beats in the background. Enjoy other modes like marble races to keep track of course high scores and customise your delightful little marble friends. Have I said marble enough times yet? Who needs disguises when you can just completely alter your face? Pretty useful, right? In Legion Was Here, you are a spy tasked with undercover missions from agencies across the world. From amusement park mascots to Neptunians from outer space. You must locate different pieces of evidence so you can assemble the perfect face to crack the case. Perfecting your disguise is not the only craft you must master, however, as you'll need to question different characters where one misstep in dialogue can end in catastrophic failure. That's why you have your handy pen and hand to take down notes. Very professional. We've not got too long to wait for this next action platformer, as Kalanoro is set to launch on the 27th of August. But as with all great games participating in Next Fest, you may want to try before you buy. Though if it's anything like the trailer, we're all in for a real treat. Our hero is on a mission to build a band of lemurs, and thus must explore the colourful shores of Lemuria, recruiting lemur musicians and performing banger after banger. With fast-paced combat, 3D platforming, and more lemurs than you could possibly imagine, get ready to move it in this magical musical demo. A Marsupi what now? Well, whatever they are, in Marsupilami 2 Salsa Colombia, all the Marsupilami can't seem to stop shaking their booties as a cursed melody is swept across the kingdom. In this adorable cartoony 2D platformer, it's your job to traverse the lands to put an end to this madness. Play as one of 3 brave heroes that each come with their own unique abilities. Like becoming a ball of yarn, or being able to twirl bounce into the air, or sit down with a couple of buddies and save Colombia together in couch co-op. This fast-paced, vibrant adventure will have you bopping to the sound of the beat. From the weird Marsupilami, which I still have no clue what they're supposed to be, to a more normal raccoon, TANUKI Pond's Summer sees you play as a little guy who's been enslaved to work a 9 to 5 as a postman. Just kidding, this guy is living his absolute best life. Just look at those tricks. Instead of trailing around the town delivering letters, you'll be doing it in pure style, as you grind rails and do tricks and spins off your BMX bike. But this TANUKI has a few more tricks up his sleeves. Help local residents in 4 different villages with their businesses, from assembling sushi to playing rounds of baseball, all to earn a little bit of side cash so you can revitalise the shrine for the end of summer festival. It's going to be a summer of working hard and playing even harder. 3D platformer fans have a lot to look forward to this next fest, and Duskfade might just make them even more excited. The word clockpunk is starting to pop up here and there, and I think Duskfade might be one of the best examples of this new quirky amalgamation, with huge clockwork vistas creating lots of fun-looking platforming, and of course some fast-paced combat. With a powerful coming-of-age journey that is all about loss, courage, and overcoming the unknown, I'm excited for this one to drop in August, so I suppose I'll have to satiate my excitement by plunging into the demo. Ah, beautiful cosy Scotland, where the sheep graze on the hills and the sound of bagpipes fill the air. What a peaceful place. Well, in Flock Off, players will get to see another side of the Celtic country, as you and up to 3 other players will ensue madness by keeping hordes of zombified cattle at bay, using bats and all matters of violence. Use anything as a weapon as you fling traffic cones about, and slap sheep in the face with leeks. Doesn't that sound like a great night out? If being out in the field seems a bit too high stakes and intense for you, then perhaps you'd be better suited to a spy thriller where you take on the role of a handler, experiencing all the drama from the safety of your desk chair. In Burn 9, you'll guide the sole survivor of a Black Ops mission gone wrong as they attempt to make it out alive. You'll need to keep your wits about you, as information is your biggest asset, and the more you can gather, the more likely you'll be able to keep your agent safe. Sounds easy, right? Murder. We all sometimes want to do it, but we stop ourselves because it's morally bad and illegal. But in this upcoming 2D platforming auto shooter, Blood Dungeon, you can get some pretty good catharsis as you turn hordes of monsters into puddles of red goo. From the creators of Nidhogg, this game features some pretty kooky characters, not just in their skills and abilities, but also in the way they look, with some character models looking like they've come straight from Microsoft Paint, which I personally love. Earn bones to spend at the bone shop, take out bosses and unlock new areas, all while satisfying your craving for blood. Humanity is gone, and it's just you left to contemplate what it means to be alive. But what if I told you this wasn't the end? Nocturne is an RPG meets rhythm game where the afterlife has been digitised, and it's your job to traverse a silent world to defeat enemies in rhythm-based combat. Like Guitar Hero, you'll find your battle stage takes place on a guitar where you'll time your attacks with the beats of a beautifully orchestrated soundtrack. Bathe in the beauty of Nocturne's story, and pump your heart to the fast-paced rhythm of battle as you meet a cast of bizarre characters and uncover what happened to the world. In Alpha Nomos, it's not enough to just swing your blade around hoping for a hit. Instead, you must time each attack with the beat of the soundtrack so you can land some serious damage. In this rhythm roguelike, you'll join Cello and Co. to take down murderous puppets that are bewitched by music, a damning force rather than an uplifting one. You'll embark on different runs, where combining different builds will make for a heart-racingly upbeat time, and you'll discover how music came to destroy the world. I'm struggling to explain this last one because there is just so much going on in 70s style robot anime Geppy-X. Yes, that is the name. This is a remastered 70s style mecha robot anime that has been turned into a 2D side-scrolling shooter, and is apparently a cult classic in Japan, so we should think ourselves lucky to have access to it in its newest HD form. With a whole bunch of improvements on the original, faster load times, save states, all that good stuff, and 8,000 hand-drawn frames that have been restored, this looks to be a special treat for those of us looking to experience some proper Japanese nostalgia. So there we have it, 35 amazing games to check out this next fest. But let us know, are you checking out any of these demos, or have you got your eye on something special? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more content.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to help us continue to be able to bring a voice to the voiceless. Join the over 60,000 indie warriors that have said goodbye to the gaming echo chamber. For even more support, head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you can get Discord access, early shows, exclusive content, and more, now with a brand new $2 entry tier. Or check out YouTube memberships for exclusive badges, custom emoji, and other fun perks. Support real people making real things, because here at I Dream of Indie Games, it's always about the games.